Is this Nancy? You are on mute, my dear. You're there we go.
Okay, hi. Who's this?
This is Liana.
Hi, Leanna.
How are you?
Good. How are
Is
you?
this Nancy?
I am Nancy.
What's your Farsi name?
Noosh, as in Nushin.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
To meet you too. Oh, look who's here, Lisa.
How come I can't see other people? Oh,
Because you're on your phone, probably.
oh yeah.
You have to swipe on your phone. Hi,
Sorry.
Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, there.
Thank you for joining us. I'm so excited. Elise, I got a bunch of stuff here for you. It's gonna come.
Fabulous, fabulous. I
It's
I need it. I
I
need the
know.
sun and I need the warmth and I need some new clothes.
Is it freezing there?
Very, very cold. I have a vest on and a cashmere sweater. I mean, with that, like that. This, and I'm sitting
Inside
in my office,
inside your house.
inside my house. Yeah.
Okay, because you don't want to heat the whole
Oh
tell us
no, no, it's warm. I mean, it's not that it's 70 degrees in my house, but it's like, there's a draft. I mean,
there's a
seriously,
draft.
there's a draft.
I love it. Like
There's a draft.
when we were living in Germany, it's like the most common sentence.
Yeah.
It's drafty. It's
It's true.
drafty.
And
Like,
like my back, like my neck and my back get cold.
yeah.
So I try to
I can
keep.
I can tell you exactly what that's like. I completely know. I
Yeah.
know exactly.
Yes. Yes. And yes. Nice to see you though. Mwah.
Laura's iPhone. Hi, Laura.
Hi,
Hi,
Laura.
how are you?
How are you?
Good, how are you? Nice
It's
to
good
meet
to
you.
nice.
Leanna, this is my friend Laura.
Hi, Laura. Laura, my daughter's name is Laura. So when your name popped up, I was like, oh my God, my kid's joining us.
Saying, yeah, I love that. It means famous and shining actually in Latin. So your daughter must be
Yeah.
beautiful.
She is famous and she is shining. She doesn't like her name. She doesn't like me naming her Lara because when she saw the movie Dr. Zhivago, she's like, "You named me after a slut." I'm like, "No, I did not."
Aw.
Mhm.
I feel
I'm
as if we're connected already.
I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you. And thank you. At least you invited your friend. How sweet are you?
Of course I did. Hey, it's all good. I
But you
love
know
it.
what? You're
Yeah.
you're like one of the biggest champions. You and my friend Nina, who invited Nas like in the last second, literally. Um, I it's so beautiful for me to see how God works in my life. It's just so powerful and so touching and so amazing.
It's
So,
wonderful.
hi guys, welcome. We have a little bit of time. This is Elizabeth. Elizabeth, how long are you going to be with us? You just hanging in here or just a few minutes? You just stopping by? What?
I'm here for as long as you need me.
I love you, honey. Thank you. We're not in the same space. So Elizabeth is the angel behind the curtain. You can always see her shadow by all the positive things that are happening in my world. So Elizabeth is one of those angels. And I'm trying to get her out of the behind the curtain. I'm trying to get her into this space. But I have been so sick that we're trying to work together. So she's flown in from where do you live, Elizabeth? Tell us.
I live in Denver.
Yeah. So she lives in Denver
Aw.
and she's flown in and we've done projects here together. And sometimes like God is so amazing. Actually, God is amazing all the time for me. I don't know what you guys, if you guys have God in your life or the tree
Yeah.
outside your window or the cloud that's hovering above your business office or window, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, there's a greater source in the universe that is helping all of us. And so mine happens to be God. And I have a very personal relationship with her. And at some point, I will tell you guys why. So I'm so glad you guys. Okay, let's see. Cynthia. Cynthia, would you like to come and say hello? I don't know. Elizabeth, can you chat with Cynthia in the background? Let me, because I love that you guys are here. And if you're here and you want to learn, then you have to be on camera because otherwise I can't support you. Yay! There she is. Hi. Can you unmute yourself, Barbara?
Hi, hi.
Hi, Barbara. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Because
Liana.
I don't think we've met in person. Have we met?
I think we did one time. There was
What
a short something on the
in person, like in real life, like in we got to.
no,
It was
no.
on a Zoom.
Yes.
Oh yes, I remember that. But we never got to meet in person.
No.
Okay, so this is so interesting. Laura, Barbara, and Noosh. Should we just call you Noosh or should we call you Nancy?
My real name, believe it or not, is Nancy, but a lot of my friends, because I'm Persian, call me Noosh or Nushin. So whatever you like.
Nushin John, Nushina Aziz Dilam.
Well, that's nice.
خیلی خوش آمدین. That was Farsi. Elizabeth, you've got Cynthia, right? You got her? Okay, cool. Hi everyone. It is 4 minutes past 6 and I like being on time. I think that if you're on time, you're late. And I also think that because the people that do show up on time, I don't wait for the other people to show up because that would be disrespectful to those of you who are on time. So thank you for being here. I'm so glad you guys are here. I just realized that I need to close a bunch of my windows here because it's making my computer go bzzz. And if you're hearing that, I apologize. But that's because I have a whole bunch of windows open, including my 3 auditions that I did today. And I don't think you guys need to be hearing those in the background if they happen to be playing. Okay, let's go. I am so excited. So the first thing I want to do is I'd like for you to just take a minute, take a breath, sit down wherever you're sitting. Is Cynthia here, by the way, before we get started? Elizabeth, do we have any news?
She's here. She just says her camera is not working. So
Okay. Cynthia, would you be able to say hi to me before we get started? No? Can you turn on your microphone, Cynthia? No? I don't know. Maybe she can't hear me. Well, just take another minute. Let's see if the communication's working. I just want to make sure that she can hear us. Nope. Cynthia, are you texting back and forth with her, Elizabeth?
I'm messaging with her.
Mm.
She says she can hear you.
Would she be able to come and say hello?
Hi, it's me. It's Cynthia. Hi.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hello.
Hi, dear. How are you?
Okay.
How did you find out about this?
Through email.
Oh, cool. What's your last name?
Gettimer.
Hi. How did we connect with you? How did you connect with us?
I've been on your email list since you were working with Lisa Sasevich.
Oh my God. That's a long time ago. I'm so sorry that I can't see your face because I won't be able to give you feedback. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or is camera just something that doesn't make you comfortable?
It's just not working today. I'm having a lot of tech issues.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm so glad that you said hello. At least I got to hear your voice. Thank you. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing I'd like you to do is just land. Elise, most of all, Elise, because I know Elise. I know Elise really well, and I've known her for a very long time. And if you hear me making fun or joking or look, she's laughing already. See, and you can is your microphone on?
No, my microphone's
That-
on with you. It's off
that-
on the work
no.
phone.
Okay, so I want you to be present, sweetheart.
Yes. Okay. So with that being said,
With that being said, turn off the other stuff.
yeah,
And
exactly.
this goes for all of you. And this isn't because I'm trying to control what you're doing. This is so that you can get the most out of what's happening here. Okay. There are so many different circuits in our brain, and the circuit that happens when you're listening and watching is a different circuit that happens when you're writing. So one of the things that I do not want you to do is I do not want you to take notes. I want you to pay attention to what's happening here. And for those of you who are here for the first time, Lara and Naz and, Barbara's probably knows this. And I don't know, Cynthia. Cynthia, have you ever seen or been part of a masterclass or anything educational online? Could you just tell me that? Unmute yourself.
Or you mean for yourself or just other people?
Yeah, no, for my in my domain.
If
you
there
ever
was,
been-
it was a while ago.
Okay, do you remember any of it? Like the tenets of the image therapy?
No, I remember you used to do something like I don't know, like shopping in the closet or something. That's the first thing I think of.
Yes, I do that. Yes, we will. We're not going to do a lot of it right now, but I just wanted to know how much you remember and how much you know. So
No,
thank
so
you
this would be a refresher then, I guess.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. So for those of you who have never done this before, or even if you have done it before, because I think even Elise is going to need a refresher, it's be present. Be present because it's your biggest gift. It's not just the biggest gift that you can give to yourself. It's the biggest gift that you can give to your creator. It's the biggest gift that you can give to the people that are in the room with you. Because as long as you're participating and you're involved and you're listening to what other people are saying, you digest that information and turn it around in some sort of fashion, in any fashion that works for you, and you turn it into a learning mechanism, a wisdom, whatever. It doesn't matter who's in the class. Even if someone like rubs you the wrong way, there's learning in there. So whether it's me or someone in the class, and I always say this because I say there's a reason why you're here in this moment. So as we all come together, one of the things that the first thing I want to do is I want to remind you that about the thing that's the most important is that the process of image therapy is all about unveiling the part of you that is always here and will never go away. This is who you are. You are a light. Lara, not just you because you have that beautiful name. We are all a bright and shining light onto the world. That's why we're here. And most people want to do this. Most people know I can't be that bright, or I can't be so loud. I can't laugh too loud. I can't. She knows what that means. In Farsi, we have a saying that's often fathers tell their daughters, no, you laughed a little too loud. Okay, don't laugh so loud. Don't draw attention to yourself. The truth is, that's your job. 8 billion people on this earth have each their own individual light to shine into the world. And each candle, which is you, can light billions, endless billions of other candles without ever diminishing its own light. Never. So no matter how many times you give your light away, This doesn't diminish. So please remember that. That's one of the things I'm going to keep talking about more and more, because it's the thing that I think we easiest forget, because shit happens and then we go, oh no, I got to get small. Oh no, I got to go. So as I light this candle, I'd like you to put your feet on the floor and just take a deep breath in and check around you. Do you have something to drink? Do you have a piece of paper? Do you have a journal? Do you have what you need? And the reason why I'm saying a piece of paper and a journal is because there are going to be moments that I'm going to ask you to write things down, not as we're having this discourse, but there will be moments where I'll say, write down your thoughts. Because if you don't want to share them, you can write them down. So a piece of paper, tea, glass of wine, some coffee, anything that makes you feel good. Everybody got something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And just be present. Light a candle if you want. Next time you come for the next month, you can bring your own candle, you can light it. And recognize how comfortable you are. Recognize, are you making do with something? Are you sitting in a chair that actually you don't want to be sitting in? Are you sitting in the corner of a room that you really don't want to be sitting in? This is a time that's just for you. It's not for fixing. It's not for judging. It's not for doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing. It's like, leave your fears somewhere they can go out and have fun and just come as yourself. Come as you are. These moments with us. And I'm not saying the moments with me, I'm saying us, because all of us who are here are creating a sacred container. If one of you wasn't here, which I'm so sad that Cynthia is not, we can't see her face. If one of you wasn't here, the container would be different. So whoever is here has a piece of this crystal puzzle that we're just containing together. And the last thing I want to remind you of, and this doesn't have to be out loud, I want to remind you to reclaim your honesty with yourself. Now, that doesn't mean it's between you and the universe, you and God. It doesn't have to be with us. You don't have to say it out loud. Just be honest with yourself. And the path of image therapy is based on actually seeing yourself in an honest light. Recognizing, no, that really scares me. No, I don't want to do that because it reminds me of my mother. No, or yes, or I'm scared, or whatever it is that's there. And we've been trained to not have it be that way. The reason why I created image therapy is because I saw my own mother go through this when I was a child. I mean, I've been doing this for most of my life, literally most of my life since I was 2. And I would watch her and I would go, why is she doing this? She doesn't seem like she wants to be doing this. Why is she doing it? Or why is she not doing the other thing? And looking at a grown person and seeing how incarcerated they are by choices that they're making in their own mind was a really powerful learning path for me, because it turned me into I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to find a solution. I'm going to do something better. I'm going to have more fun. Why is it this way? Why is nobody walking that way? Why is everybody? So it was a learning lesson. Hard one. In many, many cases, it was a hard one. And the reason why I chose this path is because I saw so much pain in the world. I saw women carrying mountains of pain that wasn't theirs, didn't belong to them. Judgment that didn't belong to them. Judgment that wasn't grown on their turf. Ideas that weren't theirs. All these things that they were doing and that they were choosing to do. And I'm going to show you this exercise that I do a lot. And I'm just going to do a little bit of it. Let's see if I can do this here with you. When I say that we grow up and we take on what everyone else is choosing to give us, mostly from our parents in the beginning, because we either want to be like them or we want to be the exact opposite. It's two things. Where being like them gives us the love that we think we need, and we do need it as children because it's nourishment. And if we see that we're not getting it, we do something else to get their attention. So either way, it's a way of being fulfilled. And then you grow up, and at some point, hopefully you'll learn that there wasn't anything on the outside that we needed when we started to become adults, because we can fulfill the light and the satiation and the satiety of what we need in order to be who we are is already inside of us. We just need to take away the armor which the world, our life, our thoughts, our parents' thoughts have built. And this is how it goes. You are born and everything is great and you're happy and joyful. And then your mother decides that she's going to give you a judgment. And then that judgment is a lens through which you see the world. And then your father is going to give you a judgment. And then you see that lens and a double lens. And then one of your teachers decides to give you another lens. And then an uncle walks in, or an auntie, or a professor at the university, until you have 55,000 lenses through which you walk the world. And this is how you see the world. And then you think, this is you. When you are right here. But all of this basically gets ossified onto our skin like a mask that we can't pull off, or we think we can't pull off. Why? Because we don't even know that it's there. So the process of image therapy, first and foremost, is to understand that you are the light, that you don't have to fight to be bright, that you just are. Children know this. Like, you look at little children, they're like in the playground. Let me see by a show of hands. How many of you have small children or have raised children? Been around children? Yeah. So you look at kids. They go on the playground, right? They're 2 years old, 3 years old. They go on the playground. They want to play with a kid. And they go up to a kid and they go, hey, you want to play? And the kid goes, no. And this little kid goes, okay. Goes to the next kid. Hey, you want to play? And the kid goes, no. And this kid does not get discouraged. It just keeps going around the playground. And guess what? If nobody says yes, you know what the little kid does? She goes, sits in a corner, takes the sticks, starts playing, and is happy as a pig in shit. And doesn't care. It doesn't sit there and go, I need to talk to my therapist. I'm triggered. I want to go. Nobody loves me. Doesn't think that way because they don't have that concept yet. That concept comes maybe at 3. I did this. Mommy didn't like it. Therefore, I'm wrong. I did this. Daddy didn't like it. Therefore, I'm bad. I shouldn't be here. I'm not in the right household. So all of this is the foundation, is the understanding to what we grow up with. Some of us grew up with really wonderful parents, and even wonderful parents had their own shortcomings. Not that they wanted to give them to us, not that they decided every morning, oh, I'm going to wake up. How am I going to like not love my kid today? That's not how any parent thinks. Our parents didn't think that. And still, we did not grow up with parents who held us in the palm of their hand and went, you, my sweet, are the most beautiful, amazing, gorgeous masterpiece that God ever created. Or did anybody grow up like that? Please let me know if you did. Anyone? Raise your hand. Most of us didn't. And that is a fact of nature. Just like there is no light without darkness. It's a fact. And the problem or the conversation that I'd like to have with you, and I don't want to solve a problem. I want to like shine some light onto pieces that happen to us or that we grow up with or that we choose to look at. Whatever it is that we've chosen when we were children, the contracts that we have made, when mother looked at us sideways, you walk out of her bedroom and you have her underwear on your head and you're like, and all your mother has to do is go. That's it. She doesn't have to open her mouth. She doesn't have to judge you. She doesn't have to slap you. She just has to give you 2 seconds of an emotional, silently emotional disapproval. And you all know what that feels like. And a child makes a contract, and that happens again. And a child makes another contract and gets smaller and smaller. And I can't do this, and I can't be that, and I can't be loud, and I can't be beautiful. Or go all the way to the other end of the spectrum, which was me. I'm going to do it anyway because I can. Basically, there's 2 opposing. There's not very much in the middle. We get very radical when we're children because we are in survival mode. And at some point, somebody comes along like Liana and says, listen, that armor that you're carrying, the armor that protects your heart, was needed at some point. Now it's not needed anymore. I wear this pearl. I have a bunch of these pearl rings, and the reason why I wear them, this is a Baroque pearl. Can you see, guys? Can you guys see this? Okay. So it's a Baroque pearl, and the story that I like to tell, which is a good place to tell it now, is that a Baroque pearl doesn't have the perfection of a regular pearl that comes out perfect. And those of you who knows how a pearl gets made, raise your hand. Yeah. So it goes, it's a grain of sand. It's a mistake. Like many kids think they're a mistake because the world around them is reacting to them, and they're so self-oriented, self-centered, that they think that when there's stuff going on around them, it's their fault. Parents are fighting, it's their fault. Teacher is mad, it's their fault. Kindergarten, people aren't getting along, it's the child's fault. Because that's all they know is their own little world. So the pearl is the sand that goes into the oyster, is a mistake. The oyster tries to sustain its life and builds mother of pearl around the grain of sand to grow a pearl. It's a mistake. Now, your soul at some point could have thought that it was a mistake. Some of us do, others don't. We grow. We have mother of pearl laid around us, some of it with love, like a tree, some of it with armor because we weren't being held properly. It doesn't matter what it is. At some point, I always say at 25, it doesn't matter where you got it, what your parents did, what your grandparents did, what your teachers did. After 25, it doesn't matter where you got it. It's yours. It's your life. It's your choice. It's your moving forward. And just like the pearl that is sitting inside the oyster, that if it doesn't get harvested at the right time, If your soul doesn't open up and let you come out to shine your light, it goes from a perfectly round pearl that gets harvested at the right moment to one that becomes lopsided and gnarly. It doesn't make it less beautiful, but it makes it harder, makes it more difficult. It makes it more armored. It makes it more complex. So we spend a lot of our life being armored. And the truth is that in my world, and since the soul always works backwards, I'm going to talk to you about you're 50, you're 40, you're 50, you're 60, you're 80. You come into this world, and then Liana says, most people use clothing as armor. They don't use it as a frame. This is your second skin. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, this is constantly talking to your biggest organ. It is constantly sending messages on a daily basis. What your G-string is doing, what your pantyhose are doing, what the waistband of your pants is doing that's too tight, what the crotch of your jeans is doing that's, you know, knocking up your hoochie, and you're like, oh God, this is so awful. I just want to go home and take these damn things off. The bra that's too tight, the strap that's not in the right place, the bra that's being held up by a safety pin. Nobody else knows about it, but you do. You're walking around and that bra is being held up by a safety pin. What do you guys think that is? Why do you think we do that? Somebody just raise your hand, throw something out. Nobody? Barbara.
We get kind of unconscious. We don't think about it.
Yeah, but why do you think we don't? Like, for example, if you were at dinner, okay, and you were eating spaghetti and all you had was a spoon, would you be happy with that? Right? Then what do?
Ask for a fork.
Right. But you try to do something so you can get that nourishment into your body. What if there's no fork? What if there's, sorry, no fork? What would you do? Just be present and think outside the box.
If you're eating spaghetti?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'd use my hands in a minute.
That's right. Exactly. See, and that's the thing I'm talking about. So we use our hands. We can use our hands. If you use a safety pin and you tie your bra together, is that going to be the solution forever? No. Is it? For some people, it is. And the reason why I'm saying this, or I'm using this as an example, is, Barbara, you said it. We become unconscious. We go unconscious, right? It becomes like a thing that we become used to. We don't think about the bra because the bra is underneath the clothing. But if your shirt, for example, lost a button, or if there was a tear in the back of your dress, you might think about it more consciously. Would you agree?
Yes.
But the thing that's the closest to our skin, the closest to our beautiful girls are in the house. What do? We just tuck it under. The truth is that your spirit knows that there's a pin there. So why am I bringing this up? Because image therapy is the path and the elevation of your self-worth. The stuff that nobody sees. The things that nobody sees. And this is also a good time to tell you that the self-care that you have for yourself, do you know what your skin feels like? Do you know what your skin feels like all over your body? Like all over your body, where the sun don't shine. Most women that come into my world have never, they're like shocked when I say this. How many of you are shocked when I say this? Is anyone shocked? Please tell me if you're shocked. Be honest. Cynthia, are you shocked listening to me because I can't see your face? Elise? Elise already knows this.
Oh, you know better. I don't know. No, not shocked at
Because
all.
Elise has heard me say this for 20 years.
Yeah,
Two
exactly.
orgasms a day. 2 orgasms a day. Yes, 2.
Two.
No
Two.
wrinkles. 66, no wrinkles.
Mhm.
Now,
Mhm.
I'm saying it and I'm laughing, but the truth is, all of the things that concern your body, all of it, your teeth, your hair, how you like food to be in your mouth, what kind of texture do you like the food to have? Like my daughter Lara cannot stand the texture of avocado in her mouth. She just has a fit over it. Okay. This whole process of image therapy is exactly the same. It's like, what's the texture of something that you're putting on your body, in your clothing, on your skin? How does that feel? You know, this getting dressed thing is so personal. That's why I'm mentioning all of this. Taking care of yourself is so personal that a lot of women don't ever want to, they don't want the world to know about it, because they think that if they don't share it, or if they don't talk about it, or if they don't express it, then it can stay sacred. The truth is, it's going to stay hidden. Because we used to never do this alone. We used to get dressed in tribes. We used to get dressed with our mothers and our grandmothers and our aunties. We used to go to public baths, hammam. Nusha and I come from a culture where everybody used to go to hammam, which means a public bath. Okay. Women were not, we were not meant to be this disconnected from other women and from other sages in our world, aunties, you know, grandmothers, dear friends. We weren't meant to be like this. We were meant to see one another, because the eye cannot see itself. I cannot see myself. What I see in a mirror is not what you see. So when you come to a class in real life here and I wanted to show you this, I wanted to do this here because there's like 7 racks of clothing here, because clients are coming in and they're trying stuff on. Elise is going to get her box. I should pull some of your stuff out, Elise. You know, when you come here and you try things on and you see things, I always say this. Jack Canfield used to say, when I was teaching on his class, the Chicken Soup for the Soul, Jack Canfield used to say, Liana, why is there no mirror in the room or on the stage when you pull people up and you do this thing that you do, you know? I said, it's very simple. The audience is the mirror. Because the only thing you need to know as the client, because dressing is such a personal thing, is when I give you something and I say, can you please go put this on? You go backstage, you come out. It's like the only thing you need to tell us, and usually your face tells me that, is how it feels. Because if you do you know that feeling when you slide your foot into a pair of pants and then you slide the other foot and then you pull them up and you know they're going to be so good? Or you take a cashmere sweater and you pull it over your head and it just like makes love to all your skin and it slides down. And then it's like hugging and kissing your body. Dressing is an embodied action. It is not a thing that lives out there. Your clothes don't live out there in the closet. Your closet is not some garbage can, which for most people it is. It's like it contains all kinds of stuff except your sacred dressing valuables. It has that too, but mostly your closet Most people closets are not closets, they're museums. And I always want to remind people, it's your closet, not a museum. So in this year together, hopefully you'll be here next month and the month after, we're going to go through all the different distinctions of what is dressing. Like today, it's foundational. Today, and I want you to ask questions. I don't want to be talking here all by myself. I want you to interrupt me. I want you to ask questions. The reason why I'm giving you a little bit of background and trying to frame this experience for you, it's because this whole very personal thing about getting dressed and what we're talking about tonight, the awareness, because it's about awareness. It's not about, oh, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to give you a solution. No. First and foremost, when I talk about the cashmere sweater, or I talk about orgasms, or I ask you, do you know what your skin feels like behind your knees? Have you ever touched those little jiggly parts that are on the side of your thigh and talked to them and said, so what can I do for you? Have you ever gotten in front of a mirror and just really taken in your masterpiece? Because I got news for you. This is what's here. This is what's here. Would I like to be 20 pounds lighter? Yeah, would be nice. But that's not what's here. This is what's here. Marionette lines and maybe a little wrinkle and maybe my skin's getting thinner. But the awareness that we have brings us closer to this masterpiece. Because the truth is, most of us live 10 feet away from our bodies. We don't live inside, grounded in this amazing temple that we have, that we get to live in. We get to experience. God doesn't get to experience life like we do. Spirit does not get to experience life the way we do. When you hold your finger up to a candle and you can feel the warmth, what a magical miracle that is. Do you know what a miracle it is that, who's that? Who's that?
Oh, nothing. I'm fine.
What a miracle it is that you can walk towards a door or past a wall and your brain is triangulating like a sonic system. Your brain is triangulating and knows that you're 2 inches away from the wall. What a miracle. Do you know what a miracle that is? Or if you're like, if one hair is on your face and you're like always going like this, or there's an eyelash or something, the fact that we can sense all of these things, it is one of the most magical miracles in the universe. And it doesn't get spoken and it doesn't get paid attention to. You know that feeling that you have just before you have to sneeze? How magical is that? Like your nose is just like, and you know, in a second you're going to sneeze. And if you don't pay attention, the sneeze goes away. And that's a bummer because sneezing is really powerful. All of these things are part and parcel of being human and living in a body. And when I talk to you about this at the beginning of this course, is because every single thing that has to do with dressing and living and embodying and being part of today has to do with being present and taking a deep breath and feeling your body and making sure that you're present to it. So getting dressed is not a neutral concept. It's not like you just pick out a top and then pick out a bottom and then, oh yeah, let's go. What you wear is a response. Your choices are not really choices often, unless you've actually gotten into your body, learned about who you are, understood your body structure, understood your coloring, have done some of this work. And then you can actually get outside of yourself and go, oh my God, I hated purple because my mother always wore purple. So what we wear and the concerns, and people say, oh, I know my colors. That's a lot of that is jumbled up in the reactivity and the prehistoric understanding and belief systems that we've come up with. All of this is showing up when you decide that you want to wear an outfit. And then you come here, and then I pull something and I give it to you. And the reactivity is amazing to me. And it's still, after 40 something years of doing this work, it never ceases to amaze me how powerful old belief systems and old embodiments in the body are. No, I can't wear that color. No, are you crazy? I just finished a session with a client who was here with his girlfriend, and every second sentence was based on, no, I've never done that. No, I can't do that. I said, why? It's here. Just put it on. No. I'm like, why not? I've spent 5 days going shopping for you. The thing is right here, and you will not put it on. Please just do me the favor. Do me the favor. You've hired me to do this. And it is mind blowing to me. Like, I can pull something out of these racks right now and show it to you. And some of you will have a reaction. Others are going to be very excited. Here, actually, let me do that right now. Others are going to be very excited. And what I want you to notice is notice your own conversation. Like, what comes up when I say, oh, look, this would be really nice for you. Like, I'll say that, and someone's going to go, ooh, that? Are you kidding? You're crazy. I can never do that. I've never worn purple. No, purple's not my color. I'm like, then why are you here? I'll have people come to a $10,000 class. Okay. It's like a year-long program. And I'll go, why did you sign up for this? If you're not willing to at least look at it or try it out. It's amazing to me. Okay. By the way, can you guys all undo your microphones for a second? And just give me an answer. Let's start with Noosh. Noosh, what's your favorite color and what do you think looks good on you?
That's so funny you're asking that, because I always tell my girlfriends I don't have a color. I look good in everything, and my girlfriends are like, "Oh my God, she's so full of herself." I don't have a color.
What do your girlfriends do? Do that again.
Like, there she goes talking about how so I'm one of those people who can wear warm and cold colors, and
And where did you learn that?
um I see like certain skin colors look really nice in certain tones. Like it brings peach or warmth or liveliness to their skin.
Okay.
And certain people it just looks off. And I don't know, I just experimented and I'm like, wait, that looks good too. And that looks good too. And so
And do other people think it looks good?
I don't know what other people think. I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you care about
Yeah,
other people's
sure,
feedback?
sure. Yeah, I absolutely do care.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. So is there a color you think doesn't look good on you?
No, but the color maroon, which also looks good on me. I typically don't like too many things in maroon because I'm a
No,
dentist.
just stop right there.
Yeah.
Your hair is maroon. Why do you not like maroon?
Oh, maybe I'm describing the color wrong. It's
Is
like
it
that
burgundy?
eggplant, purpley. I thought that's maroon.
No, that's not maroon. Maroon is the color of your hair.
Okay, so not maroon. That purpley eggplant
Eggplant.
color. It
Aubergine.
Aubergine.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of like
Ah,
Hilton Hotel,
okay. Now we're getting somewhere. What does
like
it remind you of?
tablecloths and like the staff wearing like
Okay,
that
no
kind of
Hilton
clothes.
hotel in the world has ever worn eggplant. They would have, I would have been their champion and I would have given them a gold medal for good taste,
Uh-huh.
but they haven't.
I don't know. It's
So,
just
so
I'm
I don't know
describing
where
the
you
color
get
wrong.
this. This is like a great story because this story is going to go into my book. There is no Hilton hotel that has ever had purple. I wish they would wear purple because it's one of the universal colors.
I'll show you the
Awesome.
color. No, it's
No,
not
that's
that purple.
lilac. Laura, that's
Yeah,
lilac. By
yeah,
the way,
I know.
I have that
I
book.
love lilac.
I have that book. I have a book like that. It's a moleskin.
Put on it. Yeah,
It's a
made
moleskin, right?
Yeah, faded it. Yeah. This is my
Okay.
new one for
Funny.
January.
Good for you. So Noosh, this is so fascinating. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. And it never ceases to amaze me how we have some story. We have it a certain way. We have stories. We are such story animals. You have no idea. We come up with the craziest shit ever. You know why? It's very simple. And I'm the same way. We are all the same way. And so forgive me. I don't mean to embarrass anybody. We all just want to be right. That's it. Ego speaks first and ego speaks loudest. And it's not about making somebody wrong. It's not about saying, oh, that wasn't right, or no, you don't understand. It's not about that. It's that the brain is what our brains are wired to keep us safe. And when we're right, our brain thinks we have safety. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Beyond, but I don't think I'm right. I just had an experience. It's kind of like if you have peanut butter and you get sick and you throw up afterwards for whatever reason, then for a very long time you can't eat peanut butter.
Yes.
So I think so there's this certain color of scrubs. I'm a dentist that I have seen on some people. It's that color that like purpley, maroony, whatever we're
You know
calling
what?
it.
That color looks really good on you, by the way.
I know. Yeah, I know. So a lot of
It's
times people,
one of your best blacks, by the way. You get
Yeah.
your personal black. Every person gets their own personal black. And eggplant is one of your personal blacks.
and I will wear like a beautiful silk dress gown, something that color. It's just everyday shirts and scrubs and things like that. I don't like that color.
Keep talking because I'm in this room. I'm just gonna go grab some. Now like if you were my client, okay, you're now my student, okay, I would want to go deeper on this because there's something down that rabbit hole that would be really helpful for your own growth. And I'm going to tell you guys a story in a minute. I'm going to come back in a minute. Let me go grab this purple dress.
And I'm going to find that color.
I'm going to be right back. And then the thing is that we don't know what that color is because whatever I show you here on the screen may not be the same thing that you guys see over there. Okay. So, but I'm going to, Noosh, are you there or are you?
Yeah, I'm looking for a picture of something with that color.
Oh, okay. That you're wearing?
No, it's like these. Yeah, it's like the color of the scrubs or napkins of not very nice places.
Napkins of not very nice places?
Yeah, like places that are trying to be elegant, but they're not.
Okay, see, the thing is that
No, it's not that color, but that is beautiful.
But see, you can't really see it because there it shows up like because it's velvet, it shows up in a different. See that?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But this is gorgeous.
It is.
It's gorgeous. I don't know, like I don't. Here it looks almost
Black.
Yeah.
Unless you look right in the right light.
Yeah, in the light it looked
like this royal, regal, a regal purple.
Regal's a good word.
Gorgeous,
Mhm.
gorgeous.
Mhm.
And it's got a waist and it's got long sleeve and the front has a surplice opening. So it's got perfect boob structure. It's got a waist and then the hem is all like beautiful and flowy and delicious. It's so delicious.
I love that color.
It's like pajamas. It's like it feels like pajamas. It's like you're not wearing anything Nothing pinches, nothing hurts. It's fluid and flowy, and you can wear flats, ballet flats, and you can wear heels, and you can wear boots, and you can throw on a great scarf, and you can wear pearl earrings or diamond earrings. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. Pajamas, elegant pajamas, and no one will ever know. And the comfort level in your face is what shows up. And that is what people go, oh my God, you look so beautiful. It's not the dress. It's the fact that you are comfortable and the comfort level shows up in your being. Yes. So, Noosh, that's the first thing we're going to get you when you start working with me. Purple.
Well, I love that color
Yeah.
and all
That's
shades
gorgeous.
of purple. It's not okay.
So tell me about the top that you're wearing.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
It's Gap. Some just turtlenecks.
What color would you call that?
Blue.
Okay. And so tell me, do you love that color?
Honestly, I don't love it. I'm okay with it.
Okay. Another great point. Why is it that we always make do with stuff? Why is it that your closet, would you make do with an okay boyfriend or husband? Yeah, it's fine. It's
I
okay.
am.
Okay. Well, there
I'm
you go.
joking. That was a joke.
Okay. I hope that was a joke.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is we do it in all the domains of our lives unless we become aware.
Buenas noches. I'm sorry.
Unless we become aware, and I always say, if there's a jalopy in your parking space, there is no room for a Rolls Royce. Why would you have a jalopy? Why would you hold on to a jalopy? And so this making do, oh yeah, it's good enough. Oh, I just wear it to the supermarket. I'm like, why? Why would you wear anything that is substandard? As a dentist, would you tell people to use something substandard on their teeth? No. Would you use substandard tools? No. I hope you wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm a seamstress. I'm a tailor. I'm a knitter. I'm a sewer. I'm a baker. I make sourdough bread. I don't, there's nothing in my world, in my life, friends, lovers, that is substandard, meaning my standard. What's your standard? And so the reason why I said earlier, it's about self-worth, it's about self-care, it's about self-acknowledgement. It's what am I okay with? What kind of standard am I setting? And the reason why this is in the first session of this year is because I want you to start noticing where in your life you're going below your own standard. Where are we doing it? Because the way I do anything is the way I do everything. Why do I keep doing that? Because I don't think I deserve better? Why do I keep picking people or clothing or food that doesn't elevate my life? So when I first started to teach image therapy, when I first came over from Germany, one of the things that I started to notice was that I started to talk about this, and I started to understand that people would say, oh, but I don't do it here. I don't do it in this domain. I don't do it in that domain. But the truth is, these domains are overlapping because what they all have in common, imagine this is a half circle, the domain of your work, the domain of your family, the domain of your giving to the society, the domain of exercise, the domain of care, the domain of learning. All of this half circle at its core has you. You are the center and focal point of all of these domains of your life. And so the way you do anything is the way you do everything. I told you I was going to tell you a story. I walked into a client's house and she was crying and she wasn't doing too well. And we were supposed to go through her closet, and she just wasn't doing well. She kept sobbing. And I said, just let's sit down and tell me what's going on. She says, well, I have been having a lot of problems with my husband, and he doesn't want to touch me anymore. Young woman, young, beautiful, sexy, gorgeous woman. She had boobs done for him. And I said, well, what do you think is going on? Does he have a girlfriend? No, I don't. He's just not interested. And I said, well, I looked at her because the way she was dressed and opened the door. And I said, well, what do you do in the morning when you get ready for the day? She's like, well, I just throw on something. So what she had thrown on, she had 3 small children. She had thrown on a t-shirt where the poop stains and the carrot stains and the throw up stains were not coming out anymore. Now, this is a woman who's living in a $15 million house. Even if you're not living in a $15 million house, there is no reason. Target has $5 t-shirts in gorgeous colors that fit you really well. You can buy a new one or 5 new ones every quarter of the year. There's no reason why any one of us should be walking around in rags and things that don't befit our bodies, don't look pretty on us. There is so much fast fashion out there that once you learn and understand what could make you look more beautiful or more splendid or bring out the best of your skin tone, bring out the best of your body structure, there is no reason why you should walk around in front of your husband unattractive. Now, many people listen to me saying these things and they go, well, why is she responsible for that? She's responsible for that. You're responsible for that. Not because of your husband, not because of your lover, not because of your children, not because of the world out there, because of the way it makes you feel inside. When you get dressed in the morning and you go out and you go to the supermarket and you walk by a big window and you go, oh, look at me, I'm cute. That's me. Look at. Hey, gorgeous. And I know you've all done it. You've all done it. Now, why couldn't it be great if we did that all the time? Every day, you deserve all of that. You deserve to give yourself that every day. And that's why I do what I do. And that's why I'm such a fierce champion for women to find the beauty inside them. Does anybody have a question? Like, I keep talking. Elise.
No, I don't have a question. I feel like I know all of this and I love it. That's why I keep coming back over and over and over again. And then I get stuck on something and then I fall to the wayside and then I come back again.
Tell us what you get stuck. What is
I get stuck on daily things or life, as I think that we all do get stuck on life, but you get stuck on I've very demanding job that pulls me away. And so I'm trying to make plug all the ends together and make them all meet. And it's a lot of stress on my body, a lot of stress on me. But it is what it is. I mean, and I've done it this way for forever. And in many occasions it works great. And then there's sometimes that it's starting to feel a little bit old. And maybe I don't want to feel like this so much. So it's
you mean your behavior feels old?
I mean what I'm doing is like, do I really want this kind of stress in my life at this age? Not really. Like, but I mean, so right now I am in the middle of, or not in the middle, in the starts of possibly moving jobs. And so that's a whole other, a whole other thing. But I'm handling it by myself. So it's as I said to my sister earlier today, I got a lot of big decisions to make. So, but you get, and I'm the only one. I mean, it'd be easy for me to stay and sit in it. That's easier to do, but is that really what I want to do? Is that really what I want? And you push yourself to the side, and they're like, oh yeah, I'll just deal with this later. Yeah, but later never comes. I mean, later never shows up.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Safety pin in the bra.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, this is good enough. The color is good enough, or the torn t-shirt, or the pukey t-shirt, or so all of this conversation, and thank you for saying that, Elise.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
It's about awareness. It's about having minute by minute and daily, and when I say minute by minute, I literally mean that. And I know that's might seem very overwhelming to some people, because they go, how am I gonna, like, every minute? You will get to a place, if this is your path, should this be your path, which I would love it for you to be. It's like a sacred path. And this isn't like a process, or this isn't about fashion. Image therapy is the PhD in design of who you are. Literally, the PhD, the spiritual, the physical, the emotional, the psychological aspect of who you are as a human being in the world. The people that have been doing this for years and years and years have come to a place, like kind of Elise like used to say, you say, oh, I keep coming back and I keep learning. You're not the only one that's learning. Every time one of you shows up in a class, on a Zoom call, in a class online, or in real life, even better, I'm the one who's learning to expand the limitations of this work, because there's 8 billion people in the world. There will never, ever be another one like you, ever. Even if you had a twin sister or a twin brother, there will never be another one like you. So when you come to this work at 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, whatever your age is, Barbara, we can hear your background. Maybe you can mute yourself. Thank you. It is an awakening to what's here in this moment. This is not a path. I did not design this work to go back and wallow in the muck and the mire of your history. I designed it so that you can look at your history and you can go, oh, this is the kind of stuff that I've been doing. And that has not, like you just said, Elise, that has not served me. And I'm frustrated. And I have a closet full of clothes and nothing to wear. I put everything on. I take everything off. My body is naked. My bed is piled up high. My closet is empty, and I still don't have anything to wear. And I'm frustrated, and I hate my belly, and my ass is sagging, and my husband doesn't want to sleep with me, and. Now, I'm exaggerating a little bit. The reason why I'm exaggerating is because I invite you to really listen to those voices. What you resist persists. Those voices are there. They're the voices of concern, and they're the voices that the soul amplifies when the soul, which is much more quiet, needs to be heard. The negativity shows up. And instead of tucking it away or shoving it away or twisting yourself into a pretzel to be like somebody else, stop doing that. Just listen to what's here. Listen to why you haven't listened. Concern can be turned into care. Concern is a flag. Clutter can be turned into a conversation. Most of us have a lot of clutter. And I'm saying it for myself because I can see the reflection of my fears and my mind's clutter show up in my daily life. I hate paperwork. I hate it with a passion. I have so many stories about paperwork. I cannot even tell you. I have 15 boxes that Elizabeth needs to get on a plane and come here and help me sort out. And we've been talking about this because I cannot do it. I will not do it on my own. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because people look at my life, or they look at Instagram, or they look at YouTube, and they think, oh yeah, she's got, her life is all. No, it's not. In COVID, I wrote an article for the Transformational Leadership Council because I talked about, we as mentors, that we always, can you see this scar? Can anybody see the scar? I don't know. As mentors, especially as transformational mentors, thank you. We lead and teach from a scar. And it's time that we stop doing that. Because the truth is that our life is a constant wounding. And I don't want to wait till my scar is scarred over to come to you and go, oh, look at that. I've just been through that. And here's the 5 steps of blah, blah, blah. And here's the 3 steps to da, da, da. Because everything is perfect. Because it's not. That's a lie. I want to come to you in the wound and start a workshop, 3-day workshop with 500 people in the room by saying, what I don't want you to know about me is that I'm scared to die alone. I don't want you to know that about me. Because that's a piece of my armor. And armoring up does not help me find my way back into myself so that then you can see it. And the thing, especially in America, that's like the most powerful, especially Instagram and Facebook and blah, 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 and all the social media and everything has to be perfect. No, it's not. It's not perfect. We are perfectly imperfect. And the way to contentment is not to become more perfect, in my very humble opinion. The way to contentment is, this is the foundation of image therapy. Can you be with life exactly the way it is and exactly the way it isn't? Because that's where we get to have agency. We get to have agency because would you fight with gravity when you drop this bottle or this glass and it breaks? Are you having a fight with gravity and going, yo, bitch, why'd you do that? No, you don't. We don't do that. We have agency over what's happening inside of us. And when we're detached from that and detached from our bodies and detached from our emotions, energy in motion, then the armor gets harder and Iron Man gets stronger and all the difficulties go inward rather than having them come out. My grandmother used to say, قصهاتو مثل تاج بذار بالای سرت که نبادا کسی ببینه برات یه چیز خوب باشه. Meaning, if you have a problem, you should wear it like a crown on top of your head because somebody could see it and might have a solution, rather than you put your problems in your back pocket. But our world today isn't like that. Hence, back to the beginning of this class, where I said, we used to do this in communities. That's why I have built communities for the last 50 years. I started building communities when I first got married. I'm 66. I got married at 16. I had my daughter at 18. My grandchildren are now 21 and 18, and I adore them. My daughter just turned 48. And I look at 4 generations of us. My mother is 85. She just turned 85 a few days ago. And I look at this generational learning that we even have in here. All of you bring something to this table. All of you bring something to a beautiful expression of learning and understanding and different point of view. And what's your fear? Laura, will you tell me one of your fears? Would you be willing?
Uh, one of my fears? Sure.
Something you can start it like the way I did. What I don't want you to know about me is.
Let's see. Um, well, one of the reasons I'm here, what I don't want you to know about me is I do have a gigantic closet of all kinds of clothes with nothing that I feel like I can wear because my life you know, has changed, immensely over the past 10 to 12 years and is going to change again. And that's probably one of the fears that I have is, okay, where's it going to go and what's going to happen with all these changes that are going to be coming up? And I'm normally pretty good about, ebbing and flowing with it. But my son's going to be going to college. So for me, that's pretty big.
One son.
Yes, I do. I have one son. He's 18. He's a senior in high school. He was born on Feast of St. Joseph. Gift from God, most definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, at 40 years old, naturally. So
Congratulations.
thanks.
So what's getting in your way? Like, what's your own belief system that just now off the top of your head? I mean, we don't have,
What's getting in the way of that? It's
we could dive deep in this, but like if you were just having a conversation with me or we're sitting on a plane, like imagine we're just like, this very casual. We don't have to do a deep dive. I could do a deep dive with you, but I don't have permission from you.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
if I don't have permission, I don't do a deep dive,
No,
But
you can ask me anything, but yeah, there's a lot of I'm normally very good about shutting the clothes. So there's like a small, I was blessed to be able to have, what I consider a good sized closet so that I can have everything in there. And I have a small area that is what I call my memorabilia. And it's one shelf of probably maybe 20 things through the years that I've kept, but I don't wear them, but they're there.
but you
And
have an attachment to them.
I do. Yeah, just that one area. But then everything else, I honestly have to say, they're probably, you know, aren't a lot of things that are really, that have not been in there for a really long time. It's just I go and I get something and I'll be like really excited and maybe there's a handful of pieces that like you said feel so good and make me happy, make me smile. I go out there, everybody's like, you look amazing. Like, yes. And then I go in there and I'm, either rushed getting ready or, not feeling right in the morning about whether I didn't sleep right or, I just got over shingles. So I had some pain going on, or, we all, I think, have bad days where we're frustrated about everything that's going on. And I can feel that when I go in the closet and I'm like, I have nothing to wear. I go, put on 5 things.
What if you had a closet where every piece was a piece that you loved and they had mothers and brothers and sisters and cousins and shoes to match?
Yeah, that's what I need to do. And I think to answer your question, I think the reason that a lot of that is still in there is because I'm either, rushing to try to find something, and I'll go buy something, just because I feel like I need it and then I get it and then I never wear it. Or,
But
I get angry at myself because I'm like, why did I go and do this? Like I purchased this and here it is. And you know, I know I don't feel good in it. I know I don't like it. I know it wasn't my color. It was one thing because I didn't have anything to go with those pants and I put it in there and it's just sitting in there. And I'm like, all right, I don't want to get rid of everything. So, So it'll
So
sit there.
would it help you if I said that 95% of the clients that come to me, it's like verbatim what you just said.
Yeah, I would believe it.
Verbatim. Okay. So I always say, and those of you who didn't see my Instagram live, it's like you're a bud, and this is the blossom that you can possibly be. Okay. So, and we're constantly walking around as a bud. Like then we open up, and then it's like something stops us. So when I say what's getting in the way, literally is what most people don't think about, is what's stopping you from becoming a blossom is knowledge. It's just learning. And so when we start this class of this year and I say just awareness, literally awareness, like if you can forgive yourself for not knowing because you didn't know how to bake, or you didn't know how to become a nurse, or you didn't know how to become a doctor, you go to school, you learn, simple, okay? But nobody says that to us when we're 12 or 13 or 11 or 4, which is what I teach children now. A bear does not want to be a butterfly. They get it. They love who they are. We don't love who we are. We want to twist ourselves into a pretzel and be skinnier, hair and dye the hair, do this, that, get a big ass, get smaller boobs, get bigger boobs, smaller waist, bigger waist, whatever. Different guy, same guy, has like all of that. Only we do. Okay. And this whole conversation about clothing is not a conversation that we're allowed to have. We're not allowed to go to someone and say, I don't know how to do. Do you know how many times Elise has said to me, Liana, I have someone who really needs your help. Not you, Laura, but other people.
Oh,
and she's like, and she says, how do I tell these people? How do I tell someone? Because I know they need your help. How do I go? They come to me and they say, Liana, what can I do? I said, just give them my number, tell them there's someone, because the name on the door in my world, when I go to speak at IBM or Price Waterhouse or at the doctor's convention, the name on the door is fashion. What's behind the door is not fashion. This has nothing to do with fashion. I opened the talk with, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy to be here today. Take a deep breath and let me undress your spirit so we can dress your body. And they all go, can you imagine people at IBM? And then 3 hours later, nobody wants to leave the room. Everybody wants to keep talking.
Yep.
We're here from 7 at night to 9 o'clock. And at 1 o'clock in the morning, I have to shove people out the door. I say, you have to go now. I have to go to bed. Right, Elise?
Yep. And yep.
Hey, you like it?
And the thing is that it's not about judgment. It's not about, oh, you did something wrong. It's about, how could you do this when you haven't learned, when you haven't been given the tools, when you haven't studied, when all you do is this all the time, over and over and over and over. And you don't even know that you don't know that you don't know that you don't know that you don't know, and you're still doing it. Okay. And when it comes here, when you come here, or when we're having these conversations, like I wanted to know why Noosh is wearing that color, or the t-shirt, or the turtleneck, or why is it that, someone else is wearing green. It's an inquiry. This isn't about judging anybody. This is an inquiry. Why? What made you choose that? What made you choose those shoes? What made you choose those pants? What made you? Every single piece in your closet has a story. It has a story for why you chose it. And when you really drill deep, mostly you'll go, wow, I didn't know that was there. So when I start this class and I say awareness, it's the next class in February, we're going to talk about Liana's AAA plan. And the AAA plan has 3 A's. The beginning A stands for a certain word, which we've all talked about today, awareness. And the last A stands for action. But in between awareness and action, there's one word that nobody ever talks about. What do you guys think it is? Just open your mic and start talking.
Authenticity.
Authenticity is a great word. It's part of that plan, but it's not the word I'm looking for.
Alive.
Great word, not the word I'm looking for. Those are all great words.
Attitude.
Acceptance.
Even more better. Who said another word?
Acceptance.
Yeah, acceptance. So if you have awareness and you take an action, most people have awareness and then they have a reaction because there is no acceptance. Shit happens. Okay, so this whole AAA plan started because I was sitting in a restaurant and there was a man and a woman sitting at the bar. She's wearing a white suit. The bartender spilled the red wine that he just presented to her, spills the glass, hits the glass, spills it all over her. And she looks like a Dalmatian, like a white and red spotted Dalmatian. And the woman is on a date and her date looks, and she doesn't even take a minute. She just starts screaming and yelling at the waiter and all reactivity. The man who's on a date with her takes out his wallet, puts down $100 bill, says thank you to the waiter. It was lovely. Says thank you to the woman and says, I think I'm in the wrong place with the wrong person, and gets up and leaves. She could have had all kinds of thoughts. She could have had taken a breath. She could have had the awareness that, oh my God, this is what's here. Can you be with life exactly the way it is and exactly the way it isn't? But most of us have not come into our own and had enough awareness to just take a breath and go, wow, okay, this is what's here. So as we go along on this process, for the next month, this is what I would love for you to do. Just continue being in the awareness of what you see. Like if a concern shows up, for example, Laura, you said you go into your closet and there's not really that much, right?
There's a lot of stuff, but not a lot of what I want to wear.
Not a lot of what you want to wear. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the concern behind that? It's exhausting, it's frustrating, it doesn't make you happy, you don't have what you need, you don't have choices. Like all of those things, write them down at some point. If it pops up in your head right now, after this class, write it down. Because worrying and not taking care of what's here narrows your field. It narrows your consciousness. So when you have concern, you're not getting dressed from a place of expansion. You're getting dressed from a place of contraction. You get, oh, no, I can't do this and I can't do that. And what about that? And what about this? And what if no. What if you knew that you were God's angel here on earth only to do good? How would you get dressed then? That every person whose life you touch that day online or what, Elise? We couldn't hear you because you're muted.
I said, and she's like that.
And there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. She did.
So the last thing I'm going to say to all of you is claim your crown. All the stuff that's going on in Iran really helps me because I'm Persian. My parents are both Persian and Jewish. This whole thing that's happening in Iran is multifold more important to me because my grandfather was the tailor to the Shah of Iran, my grandfather on my mother's side. And it is only by royal decree of the Shah, of the father of the prince that's might be now temporarily leading the country, hopefully, when the country gets rid of all the craziness that's there. It was by Shah's decree that I only exist because the Shah told my grandfather that he didn't have children. He had a first wife. If he wanted to keep his royal appointment, he had to go marry another woman who could bear him children. So he married my grandmother. And then he continued to have 9 children from her. So the only reason why I'm saying this is because there is an awareness that's happening. The awareness of freedom, the awareness of joy, the awareness of living your life out loud, the awareness of being who you are because everyone else is taken. So as you go along in this month, write down all these things. Where am I not showing up as myself? Where am I making myself smaller? Where am I hiding? Why do I have these things in my closet? Go through some of the pieces. Go to 3 pieces a week. You don't even have to do your whole closet. Just go to 3 or 4 or 5 pieces and go, let me have a conversation with you. What on earth are you doing in my closet? Why are you here? And I know this sounds very strange to people, but it will talk back to you because every time you open your closet and all that shit's there, they're all talking to you. You bought me, my tag is still here. You spent $500 and you've never worn me. These shoes are way too small. Why do you have all these heels? Like all of this stuff is talking to you. It's talking at you, actually. Barbara's laughing. Barbara, are you laughing? Okay, I need to hear you laugh. Where are you? Okay, tell me where you laugh. You know, laughter.
Oh, I can hear the closet talking.
See? So I try, it's not that I'm trying to make you laugh, but I want this to be funny because laughter cements learning. I have clients after 40 years, they still call me and they go, Liana, you're sitting on my shoulder and I can hear you. I'm getting dressed in the morning and you're talking to me. I'm like, good. And the reason why that's good is because I only do this, not because I want you to be addicted to what it is that I do. I want you to learn. I want you to go out and do it yourself. The more you learn, the better it is for the world. The more agency you have over yourself, your body, your self-care, your self-love, your self-honoring, your self-scribing, the better the world is going to be. You don't need anyone to tell you what to do. I'm only here to guide you on a short little path of your image therapy style. Style stands for seek to transform your life every day. STYLE. And your clothing envelops you every day. It's your second skin. It's closer to you than your lover, than your breastfeeding child. It is the thing that is constantly talking to your biggest organ. Develop a relationship to the relationship to your clothes. I swear to God, it will serve you. Okay. Questions. Does anybody have questions? Elizabeth, do you have any questions? You're so funny. Lara, where'd you just go?
I'm here.
You just went somewhere in your head. Yes, Noosh.
I was a last minute, like just 20 minutes before this
I know.
wonderful session. Yeah, so I didn't know anything about it and when it starts and how long it is. So I don't mean to be inappropriate, but
You're
how
not.
long are these sessions
They're
usually?
usually an hour and a half. Sometimes they go for 2 hours. Depends on
Okay.
what's here. I invite you once a month to take an evening for yourself and just don't have to do anything after this. Okay? It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Like if you can't take an hour and a half for yourself and tell everybody to stay the hell out of your life for a moment, then that's a problem. We need to change that. I want that for you.
Yeah, no, I mean I can. I just
You didn't
didn't
know.
know and I was like
Yeah.
all excited. I was like, sure, I want to see her.
So
And
how was it for you? How is
it's
this for you?
great. It was great. It was surprisingly different than what my impression was, but in an
What was your impression?
um all I knew from my friend Gina was that you're her sister's stylist, Nina. And so Gina told me, hey, do you want, maybe you need my sister's stylist, she's also Persian, help you out a little bit, because I don't spend too much time like on clothing, and I'm pretty simple. And then I was like, are you serious? Like, that's just too funny. And then
Why was it funny? Was it funny or did you feel
I'm a farmer, I'm a dentist, I do ceramics, I'm an artist. It's just, you know,
so am I, all those things. I'm
and
a
I
painter.
love comfort. So for me, everything starts from my feet. It's all about,
We're going to talk about that, Noosh, that
Mhm.
people have different standards of when they get dressed, how they get dressed. I was just talking about this on another class. There are women who are in menopause. The only thing that matters to them is their waistband, nothing else. Then
Right.
there are people, I have plantar fasciitis. I can't do anything unless I start with the feet, right? Like you
Right.
start with your feet. Then I have people who live in Europe and Paris, France, China, Middle East. They start with different things because some people have to look out the window to see what kind of weather it is. Some people have to decide, oh, I can't do this because my waistband is going to be so tight by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm never going to be able to breathe. So I can't wear XYZ. Everyone has different standards. And you know what's interesting is that you tell me the story about you being a farmer. That's absolutely hilarious because you're not just a farmer. Are you a mother?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a wife?
Yes.
Do you do voluntary work?
Yes. I serve every day.
You,
I'm in service every day.
every day. Do you have a spiritual life?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
all of those,
meditate every day.
so all of those are different domains. Okay. And I mean, I could give you tons of examples, and I know people don't really like me giving this example because they go, well, she was an actress. Audrey Hepburn spent so much of her life giving her time away and being generous and being in service to people. And hi, Nina.
There's Nina. Hi, Nina.
Have you met Nina? Who's?
No, Nina, hi. I'm your sister's friend. I'm Nancy.
We can't hear you, Nina. You're muted, honey.
Yes. Yes. Gina's told me all about you. Nice to meet you, Nan.
Likewise, nice to meet you here.
Meet Barbara and Lara and Elizabeth and Elise.
Hi.
Meet everyone, Nina. I'm so glad you
Hi.
popped in, honey.
Hi,
So,
Nina.
Hi.
Noosh, this whole conversation about, being this or that, or being high level or not high level, or I'm just a farmer. That's not what this conversation is about. This conversation is about living your life authentically to who you are, authentically to who you are, and respectful to every situation that you go into. And when I say that to you, I literally mean that, not just figuratively, not just as a concept, that when you go to the Oscars, you will dress very different than Elizabeth Taylor. When Nina goes to the Oscars or when Nina goes to help out at the charity in Mexico as at the orphanage, her dress or the way she dresses is going to be very different than someone else. And when I say this to people, it's such a foreign concept to them because the only thing, like you just mentioned, you said, it has to be comfortable. It's got to be comfortable. Look, I just told you that if it isn't comfortable, I will never let you wear it. And the one and only reason why I won't let you wear it, even some people say, oh, it doesn't matter that the shoe's too small. I'm like, no, that's not going to happen because it's going to show up on your face, because it's going to show up in your being, because it's going to show up with the way you speak to people, with the way you interact with people. You want to feel so luscious and comfortable in your clothing because it's going to make you show up as a kinder, gentler, more loving human being. Here's the distinction. People have it, including men and women, doesn't matter how old you are. If I look good, I'm going to be uncomfortable. If you make me dress me up to go to the Oscars, I'm going to be in pain and agony all night, and I'm not going to be able to wait to come home to take all that shit off. I'm like, not true. Here, ask Nina. I've been dressing her for 35 years. Ask her.
I've never gone to the Oscars. I've gone to an inauguration.
You have gone to an inauguration. Were you
I
comfortable?
did. Yes, yes. Yes, I was. Yes,
But,
no, I don't wear, but we belong to a country club where you have to dress up and wear stuff that most people would be like, oh, but I have things in my wardrobe, thanks to Liana, um that I'm always comfortable, that I would never pick out myself many times. I'm getting a little better about it, but not much.
by the way, I've been dressing Nina. Can I talk about the fires, Nina?
Yeah.
I've been dressing Nina for 35 years and 34 years of everything in her life that I brought in for her husband, for her children, went up in smoke in January last year.
I'm sorry, Nina. I knew about that.
Thanks. Yeah, and Liana was one of the first people I called. I was after I excruciating afternoon at Target with my daughter. I called Liana. I said, I have nothing left. These are the only things that I have that I brought with me. I need I need you to go and get me a new wardrobe and my daughter and everybody. And that's what she did. She
And
showed
she
up.
had different standards. So when we talk about
Yeah, I mean,
awareness, we're talking about awareness today, Nina. This whole thing, that the first class in this master series is about just being aware.
yeah,
she knew she had, this is for all of you, she had clothes, she had so many beautiful clothes, like, and she was so attached that every year when we did a turnover, spring, summer, spring, winter, it was hard for Nina and for me often to help her in giving things away because there were such jewels.
yeah.
And there's something that Nina said to me a couple days ago. She said, Liana, I'm really grateful that God just took it all away. And so her new standard is different. It's like much more pared down.
Yeah, much and just everything is very intentional. Every purchase, every acquisition, everything is very, very intentional.
And
What
that is awareness.
yeah,
So
it's
Lara, for you, that's on your conversation.
Yeah.
It is, if you are like really grounded in yourself and you can see, you'll come to a place when you do this work where you'll go, no, that's not important. I don't need 10 of these, 15 of these. I don't need this. I don't need that. And my goal for anyone, whether it was Nina with her big closet or Nina with her small closet, was always, can you take this item, this jacket, this coat, this pair of pants? How many mothers and brothers and sisters and cousins and shoes to match can we get you? Because everything has to go with everything else. Rarely, maybe a gown, but rarely do you find me saying, no, you have to have this, unless there's like 55 reasons attached to it. And very methodical and congruent reasons. And they're not just like, oh, yes, I feel like yellow today. No, it's like, does this work? And why does this work? And then there's a whole list of things by which I invite you to say, this works, this works, this works. But that one thing doesn't work. And the one thing is comfort, or the one thing is the color isn't right. Or the one thing is that if I have to put this on and I'm a single woman and I have to zip it up and I can't do it, not working. So there is a technique and an understanding and a learning and a lesson plan to go from bud to blossom. It isn't just like willy-nilly. There are technical aspects, mathematical aspects. What's the scale of that earring? Can you do that earring? Is that earring too big? Is this too heavy? What's going to happen when I'm on camera and I'm wearing this and everyone's looking at these dangling big diamonds? Not going to work for an anchor person. So every single thing that goes into your closet, that comes into your life, if it doesn't, you love it. If it doesn't love you back, it shouldn't be in your closet and it shouldn't be in your bed. Like, you don't want a boyfriend that doesn't love you back. You don't want outfits that show up and, you know, the evening where people go, oh, remember that woman? That woman with that gold suit? Well, who was the woman? Everybody remembers the gold suit. Nobody remembers the woman. Nina hears me talk about this all the time. And Elise.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Elise and I have met before, I think.
Yes, I think you have.
Nice to see you.
Good to see
And
you.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
very
you.
sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you. It's just stuff. It's just
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, right. But
Sorry.
still,
Yeah.
Glad you and your family are safe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all for
Thank
saying
you. No, it's been a long year. Glad it's over. Happy.
yes.
Goodbye, 2025. Hello, 2026.
Yeah. Thank you, Nina, for being here.
You're
Laura,
welcome.
you had something that you wanted to share, and I sadly interrupted you.
Did I?
I don't know. Did
Maybe.
I think
I
I
don't know.
interrupted you.
Yeah,
Leon,
well, my closet is the only area that is just, well, I have one room downstairs in my basement, but the rest of it is pretty, I'm very, like Nina was just saying, everything has a purpose. And Elise knows that she's been in my house recently. It's my closet that I'm having the hard time with.
Well, I'm here to help.
So thanks.
Do you have, Elise can give you my information. We can have a conversation offline if you want.
Okay, thank you.
Liana,
I'll send it to her, Leanna.
Liana, I just wanted to say I'm really touched by everything you said tonight. I'm just hanging on every word. It's absolutely wonderful. So I'm so receptive. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear. What do you think is the most important thing you learned tonight?
Well, when you said that to realize that we often think that we're making a choice and it's not a choice. I really want to explore that.
Yeah, it's a reaction. You know, most of us live in a constant reaction and we think we're making choices. Like, look, and just in this conversation, you can find out that you can see, you know, and it's not that I want to expose anybody. I want to say, see, I told you so. I'll tell you a story that I was going to tell you earlier. I had, so I'm the oldest of three. My mother was always sick when we were children. Okay. So I became the mother. At 2.5 years old, my mother would leave the house, would lock the door from the outside, and then she would peek around the door before she left. I have a sister who's 1 year and 3 months younger than me. So we're like almost twins. And she would peek around the door and she'd say, okay, Liana, mommy's leaving now. Mommy and daddy are leaving now. And you take care of Angie. So they left the 2.5-year-old in charge of a 1.5-year-old. And that does something to a child. We all know that it does something to a child. And so I'm not saying this to blame my mother. I'm saying it as an awareness of this is like, you look at your own life and see where you came from. That alone makes a reactive child, because I became this. Here, this is who I became. Can you see this?
No.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman
Woman
works
works
here.
here.
Yeah.
What? This is on my desk. Okay. I thought I was invincible. I still think I'm invincible sometimes. Nina knows that I'm not. Okay. Because I learned at some point that my vulnerability is my greatest asset. So my mother was always sick. I never wanted to be vulnerable. I never wanted to be sick. I was just sick for 6 weeks, and I had so much shame attached to being sick. I couldn't call anybody and say, hey, listen, I'm sick. Nina was one of the very few people that called me and said, Liana, what do you need? What do you need? And I was just, it's like I had so much shame attached to it. Why? Because my mother was always sick and she would manipulate people with her disease. And so the reason why I'm saying this is because she was always walking, moping around in a robe. Moping in a robe that she made herself on her sewing machine in the ugly assest color you can ever imagine. Taupe on one side and brown on the other made me throw up. It was just so ugly. Cut to I'm turning 30. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm turning 30. All my girlfriends are over. We all had a little bit too much to drink. They're like, Liana, where's your robes? Where are your blankets? Bring out your pillows. Nobody's driving. We're staying here. I'm like, I have pillows. I have blankets. I have mattresses. I have towels. I don't have any robes. I was 30 years old. I didn't have a single robe. Nothing. I didn't have any silky, beautiful robes. I didn't have any sexy robes. I didn't have anything with lace. I'm like, what is that? And we sat down. It happened to be my birthday. And we figured out why I didn't have any robes. Because of this mother thing. Now, had that not happened, I would have never known. Next day, I went out and I bought 5 robes. Silk ones, beautiful, sexy. But what I'm trying to say is that if you don't know what you don't know, that you don't know, that you don't know, you don't know where to start. That's why this conversation today, awareness, is so important. It's so important. And when you don't know that you don't know, you may not get the awareness unless you're sitting in a forum like this with women who are also honest, with women who are also sharing stories, who are also going, listen, I'm afraid. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to pick the right bra. I have a bra class that I teach. And women come in and they go, well, I'm never going to get undressed. I'm like, okay, you don't have to get undressed. I just need to see where does your boob start? You know, where does your boob start? Where is the side of your boob? How much weight do you carry in one boob? Are they over to the left? Is one smaller than the other? And you don't have to get naked. Within 10 minutes, no one is dressed. All the bras are off. Everyone's going, what boobs? What? This one's a half a size smaller than the other. This one's a whole size smaller than it. So the thing is, back to the beginning, like I said, we have to be in community. And some ladies are more shy, others are not so shy. But when you start to see your soul sisters connecting and communicating and being vulnerable and shedding their armor, that's how we do it. One of us goes first, the other one goes second. And maybe it's going to take another one a month. Maybe it takes them 10 months. I have a client her name is Barbara. She had my business card. She's a therapist. She had my business card on her desk for 10 years. 10 years. When she finally called me, she said, do you still do what you do? I said, yes. So there's no time limit. The only thing that I wish for all of you, I wish you could all do it faster. I know there's no time limit, but for someone who's flatlined on an operating table and died and got to come back, I want to tell you that I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So any day that you waste taking away from the beauty of living out loud is, in my book, a day that's wasted. So please don't waste it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am so passionate about this stuff because American Indians say any day is a good day to die. And I don't know when I'm going to die. So I'd rather be fierce with you and encourage you to take action sooner rather than later. So
Beautifully said. And on that note, I'm going to excuse myself. I've had my family waiting. I thought I'm just on this for 1 hour.
thank you for being here.
But I really, this was beautiful. Thank you, Nina, for including me.
I can't wait to meet you in person.
Thank you.
Same, likewise. Thank you. And nice meeting all of you, ladies.
Nice to meet you.
You too. You
And
too.
Laura, good luck with empty nesting. It's very difficult, I have to
Oh,
say. You'll get it.
thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate it. Nice to
Yeah.
meet you.
You too. Have a good night, everyone.
Night.
Okay, ladies. Just give me a little bit of how you feel or what you want to say. How was this for you? How is it for you? Would you come back? So here I am in my tears. I'm sorry.
I definitely want to meet again next month.
Great. We would love to have you. And please continue to connect. Are you on Instagram? Barbara, how did you
No,
find
no, I'm not on Instagram.
How did
I
you
get an email from you, and then sometimes it goes to Facebook. I'm not really on Facebook, but I can get you.
Okay, good. Good. Then you watch the videos?
Yes.
Yeah, you can also go to YouTube and sign up for my YouTube channel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Just
What's
push
the
in.
YouTube channel?
It's Liana Shauli, Image Therapist International. Punch in all of that, and the YouTube channel comes up.
Okay.
So you've learned a lot. Laura, what did you learn? Thank you,
Oh,
by the way.
well, and I have to say, just like Barbara, I am so grateful to have been a part of this. From the moment you started speaking, it immediately felt like connection in so many different ways. You know, as Elise was saying, probably more than you know. Yeah. It, almost it's so God given to me right now. It's amazing, and you know, I'm feeling for you, especially here at the end, and I love the passion and the love that you have, you know, given for each one of us with people that you know and people that you don't know, but also you can feel it truly coming from your heart and from your soul. And, you know, that really says a lot.
Thank you for being aware.
Mm-hmm.
That means a lot to me, especially someone I've never met before. That's very beautiful. You know,
Yeah.
they in Kabbalah is Jewish mysticism. In Kabbalah, they say that when you're standing in the middle of a marketplace and the man who's speaking, the man or the woman who's speaking, they speak your story, it means that God is talking to you.
Oh, that's lovely.
Which I find it very, very powerful. And I'm not just saying that here in this context, I'm saying it anywhere in the world. Like you could be standing in a supermarket and two people can be talking to each other and you're overhearing like 3 sentences and you're like, oh my God, that's exactly what's happening in my life. That's this universe, God speaking to you. You know, God speaks to us through people, places, or things. And I think that we just are not paying attention. So this whole conversation today is pay attention, be aware, come back.
It is.
Send me an email, send me emails. Please, please send me emails and give us your feedback. We would love to hear more. We want to hear more of what you want to see in this year because we have an outline and we want to give you what you need. We want to soothe your concerns. I want to soothe
That's a good one. Soothe your concerns. I like that.
I do. I want to soothe your concerns so you have more agency, so you have an understanding of how to go into the world and what to do. And if you want to come to LA, I'm going to be doing things in person. I'm planning a trip to Italy for 27. So that's going to be a really fun.
Yeah. Oh, where are you gonna go?
We're good. Oh, it's Florence. I'm going to rent a villa. There's going to be 10 of us, whoever.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm saying it now because it's a year and a half in advance. So people can actually make plans. And, people are always saying, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, well, we didn't have space.
it's a beautiful, I absolutely love it. I just took Joseph there this summer.
Yeah.
Been a couple of times, and we were in Florence, and it's
Yeah.
fun.
Love
Well,
Florence.
you're saying that you're going next year?
So I speak Italian. Yeah, I'm going to be your image therapist. I'm going to be your translator. I'm going to be your tour guide. And it's like, so what I really do, Laura, which is, I haven't been able to talk about that, is I create a space for women to become Renaissance women. So it isn't just clothing. It isn't just dressing. It's sensuality, sexuality, food, dressing, how to speak, what language are you using, what words are you choosing to create your life, because words create worlds.
Well, I'm smiling. I'm smiling here because the book. This is a story. Even the book that I have that's down there was all this on the Italian woman that went and redid her life in Italy. And I'm actually 58. I'm going to be 59. I'm turning 60 next year. And what I was planning on doing was going with my close friends to get a villa in Florence in 2027. And they all know this. And I'm looking at you. I'm like, I can't even believe this.
Come with us. There's a whole program.
When is it?
I think it's gonna be around my birthday. It's probably gonna be in May, because I don't want to go at my birthday's in June, but I don't want to go at the height of
Oh yeah. Yes.
I don't want to go when all the craziness is going on. So it's probably going to be in May because the weather in Florence is fantastic. And it's going to be at a beautiful villa. Everyone's going to have their own room. And there's going to be cooking classes and paper making. There's the oldest paper museum in Italy.
I love Florence.
Oh, I do too. And love
we're going to get custom made leather jackets.
Oh,
please. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Italy. Yeah, please let me know, really. My birthday's in May. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah, when in May?
May 7th.
Oh, right. Good. Yeah. It'll probably be right around then. We're trying to nail down a villa. So not a casale, un castello. I'm trying to get a castello. So let's see.
Do you think it's possible to be able to somewhat learn Italian within a year and a half?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my God, you can learn Italian in 3 months.
Do you think?
No, I don't think. I know.
Really?
Yes. Absolutely. I'm so excited to get to know you.
You too.
Well, all of you, if you want to send me an email, Elizabeth is going to put my email address into the chat. You can take that. If you want to share your information with me, and you don't want to do it on this chat, you can.
No, I can put it here. I can put it. Okay, there it is. May I take a screenshot this so I have it?
Of course.
Okay. I always ask.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Okay.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, you don't need to ask with me. You don't, but thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You want my email?
Yeah, anything you want to share with us.
Yeah, anything you want.
Send me all your contact information. And
I sent it to you,
I would
Laura.
love to just have a person.
Oh, you sent it to me?
I sent you my contact. I sent it to your phone, her contact information. The only thing I didn't send you was the YouTube channel.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, so
Barbara, just send us an email so I can just have I do 15-minute sessions with new clients, and especially after this, it's going to be really important.
All right, and I'm putting my name, I guess, in the email in here. Is that good?
Yes, that's great.
Okay.
That's such a German name, Schulz.
Yeah, it is. My father is German and my mother is a Lassie.
Oh, where from Germany is your dad?
He's actually from, and oh my gosh, I can't, what is the village? I took Joseph there on a Rhine River cruise. Um,
The
let me
south.
let me think of it. Oh my gosh, I'll think of it in a minute. My cousins gave it to me. It was written on the paper, and we literally went to the village. They didn't speak any English, and I will think of what it is.
German is my first language.
Oh, yeah, our family came over in the mid 1800s. There were about 8 or 10 families that came to Erie. Lisa, I don't know if you know this or not.
No, I don't.
Yeah, and they all came together. So when I took Joseph, several years ago, so he could actually see, I like him to go like where the family is from. So we even went to like Musamelli, which was where the Alessi family was from. And then I took him to this small town. They all came over together. And my cousin walked me through the Erie Cemetery so I could see where all the families were buried and gave me the sheet. And why am I drawing a blank on the name?
Okay.
I will think of it.
You can stick it in your email, or you can tell me next time we talk.
Yes, I definitely will.
We'll talk soon.
Yes, well, it was nice to meet everybody.
So nice to meet all of you. Nina, I'm so
Nice to meet
grateful
all
that
of
you
you.
popped in.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I finished the various and sundry things I had to do, and I figured, well, I might just pop in and see if they're still going. So
So glad you came. And Elizabeth, I am so grateful to you, honey. I'm so grateful that you're here. I feel so held and loved and cared for.
Glad.
Mhm.
So
Sweet.
Thank you.
at least
Sweet.
good to see you again.
So if you have any
You too.
if any of you have any questions, send an email, definitely. If there's something that you want me to focus on, talk about, this whole year has like we've mapped it all out. So this was really, really important, even though there were things that I wanted to talk about that I didn't really get to talk about, but that's fine. It's always with who's in the room is what shows up. I will do a scaffolding and I have an agenda, and then, other things show up. But I think we did pretty well, right?
Oh, yes.
Elizabeth, did I kind of stay on track?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Because I could go way off the deep end. Like you'll see me I'll do 3-day seminars without a single PowerPoint, and I'm like all over the place, but then I'll always come back to what I promised to come back to. So do you have any questions before we say goodbye? Anyone has any questions? No? Good. Right? Oh,
Love you, Liana.
I forgot to say, write down your dreams, because you're going to have a lot of dreams tonight, probably in the next couple nights. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so
Good
much.
night, everybody.
So grateful. Thank you, Elizabeth.
All right.
You're
Lots of
welcome.
love.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Liana. Love you.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
honey.
you.
Bye, Mwah.
Thanks, love. Bye.
Bye.